Hi there, my name is John Stevens, pastor of Zion Lutheran Church in Oregon City, Oregon, and we're part of the ELCA, and this is Dollar Store Children's Sermons, where we take a look at the lectionary text and we tie them to an item from the Dollar Tree. This is for the first Sunday of Lent, which is the 22nd of February, and we are looking at the first lesson, Genesis chapter 9, and it's Noah and the story and about God promising never to destroy the world with a flood again. And the item that I'm going to be using is a string. I've used this for a couple of children's sermons. So if you have been following this, you probably have this already. If not, Dollar Tree in the tools section, there is some yarn or twine, but I am using this as a reminder. And so the children's sermon I'm talking about is, there's sometimes people, when they want to remember something, they'll tie a string around their finger. And just have a small little string and tie that string around my finger, and it helps me remember something. I have that tied in there, and a little bit later I look down and I go, oh, that reminds me to do that. Or I put a reminder in your phone to where it's like it buzzes and says, oh, it's time to do this. Now, in the Genesis story, God has a rainbow that reminds God that God promised to do this, to be faithful. And we have different places in our life where we are also reminded about God's promise to us, that God promises God's love to us, and then we make promises to our God. The waters of baptism, when we walk up and we receive bread and wine, and we receive the grace of God, those are places where God reminds us and again restores the promise, makes new the promise that God has made to us. So when we dip our fingers in the waters of baptism and we make the sign of the cross, we are reminded that God loves us and God has claimed us, and it's a way for us to remember the promise that God has made to us. So that's where I'm going with it. The string, talking about the promise that God made to Noah, and that also that we are reminded that God makes a promise with us, and that is a good and wonderful thing. So anyway, thanks for stopping by, and I hope you have a blessed week.